So welcome to this episode of Electronic Cafe Celebrates, and we are celebrating one of our favourite bands and the release of their fifth album, Junk Culture. Of course, I'm talking about the only one and only Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, one of our favourite bands. The album was released in April '84, but it was kind of released under the commercial disappointment of Dazzle Ships, which I guess has become a bit of a fine wine. It's got better with age, I think, and more people appreciate it now than they did when it was released.
The album was produced by Brian Tench and OMD, and interestingly, Andy McCluskey said at the time, we kind of consciously and unconsciously decided to dial down some of the experiments and to dial up some of the melodies. We had to think, this is our job, this is how we pay the bills, so we better be more careful. Dazzle Ships nearly killed our career. Paul Humphreys added, we made an album to save our career. If we'd done another Dazzle Ships, Virgin most definitely would have dropped us. An interesting insight into the pressure the guys were under at the time of making this album.
OMD and Virgin wanted the group to shift towards a much more accessible sound on this follow-up. So they retained much of their early experimental approach, but they embraced a much wider range of influences than previously, drawing inspiration from pop, from dance, from Latin, from soul music. The record's musical style has kind of been characterised as Talking Heads meets Kraftwerk.
On Junk Culture, OMD made extensive use of the newly acquired Fairlight CMI sampler keyboard and elected not to record in their own Gramophone Suite studio in Liverpool. They recorded at Chapel Studios in Lincolnshire, Mayfair Studios in London, and then moved on to the Air Studios in the paradise setting of Montserrat, following advice to leave the UK and become tax exiles, preserving their royalties received from the successful Architecture and Morality album. The Montserrat sessions lasted 2 months, and when the group ran out of studio time in Montserrat, they returned to Europe to finish off the album at the more affordable ICP studios in Brussels. Producer Tony Visconti was recruited to assist with the record, but in the end he only played a minimal part as the working relationship was strained, as Tony Visconti didn't understand the band.
And it became their fourth consecutive top 10 album in the UK. It had 4 singles, including top 20 singles such as, I think, Locomotion, Talking Loud and Clear, and the club hit Tesla Girls.
And also with previous albums, the album artwork was designed by Peter Saville.
The record was met with generally positive reviews and has been named as one of the best albums of that year. Look, for me, OMD can't do no wrong. I know they've had their highs and lows across their whole catalogue of work, but generally it's all pretty excellent, right up to the latest album, Bauhaus Staircase.
At the end of all of this, despite the rethink, Junk Culture is considered to be a strong OMD album, and the end result showed that the group was still firing on all 4 cylinders.
If you haven't seen our interview with Andy McCluskey, check it out. An absolute living legend. But yeah, for me, I think it's great that we can celebrate the fact that Junk Culture is 40 years old. Happy anniversary, Junk Culture.
It's just a waste of time. These are words I guess it's so. They know this. Tesla girls, writing in their diaries. It's been a hard day in my life. It's been a hard day for me. When I walk the walk all the time. And I talk about nothing at all. When I see